Hello, I'm David Leavitt, Utah County Attorney. My last video was about the jury trial and how plea bargaining has really replaced the jury trial as the cornerstone of the American criminal justice system. It is true that needs to change. But I'm not saying that the plea bargain is altogether a bad thing. Plea bargaining is an essential part of our modern criminal justice system. We just have to put it in the right perspective, in the right framework, and then our criminal justice system would work better. For example, if a prosecutor accuses a defendant of a crime and the defense attorney is able to demonstrate that the prosecutor's evidence is lacking or that for other reasons that justice requires that the charges be reduced, then the plea bargain fills a necessary and critical purpose. Intelligent, well-meaning defense attorneys, prosecutors, and judges can all see in the light of a transparent process that justice truly is served by changing the charges to reflect what the bargain has become. However, when we plea bargain cases because we're trying to manage our schedules, when we plea bargain cases because we don't have time, or when we charge cases as prosecutors because we want to achieve a certain result in the plea bargain, then the plea bargain becomes a corruption of the system. That's what we need to avoid. Because when we have too much plea bargaining, none of us really is able to do our job effectively enough to maintain the integrity of our system. When defense attorneys aren't able to question police officers on the witness stand in a jury trial, it becomes tempting for a police officer to be a little more lax in gathering your evidence. It's human nature. If you're the judge, it's so much easier to manage your calendar if you're taking a plea rather than spending day after day after day in trial. Lastly, when we don't have jury trials, citizens lose the perspective of what it means to have an obligation to sit on a jury, to do jury duty, to sit in judgment of your fellow human beings and your fellow citizens. In Utah County, for example, last year, we only had 2,500 people, roughly, called to jury duty. In a county of 650,000 people, that's only a drop in the bucket. Certainly not enough to help us understand as a community our responsibility to serve in the criminal justice system. So what's the proper role of the plea bargain in our system? Well, as a prosecutor, when I charge a crime, I need to charge a crime that I'm willing to try. A crime that I say I can prove this element, I can prove that element, and most importantly, society needs me to prove that. If I'm more intent on plea bargaining a charge, then my analysis may be, well, I can charge this person with this, and this, all of which he may have done. But I'll do that in order to get him to plead guilty to some lesser charge, and then we won't have to go to court. While that may be efficient, our main objective cannot be efficiency. It must be justice. Invariably, when I tell people that we need to try more cases to a jury, people will say, well, there's not enough time to try every case to a jury. And that's absolutely true. There's not enough time to try every case to a jury. But let's understand that while this problem was not simply created by prosecutors, prosecutors in this country have the ability to fix that problem by controlling the flow of what cases get prosecuted, by controlling the flow of what cases get filed, in what courts they're filed, and how they're filed. If our end goal in mind is to protect society with the jury trial by proving our evidence and by sending the guilty party, if convicted, to their punishment, then we have the ability to more efficiently handle and more effectively handle jury trials at a larger number. I'd like to know what you think. From your perspective, is this a way to preserve our freedoms? I think that you'll understand that I'm asking people to do more work I'm asking citizens to be more involved. I'm asking judges to take more time in jury trials. I'm asking prosecutors to do the same and defense attorneys. I'm asking more of all of us. But the reality is, freedom is never free. We have a responsibility to our society, to our children, to our grandchildren, to provide a system for them that has the same freedoms that we enjoy today. I look forward to your comments. Next time, I'll introduce you to some people in my office who will give you their perspective on our criminal justice system and what we need moving forward to protect this community. Because in the end, my aim as the Utah County Attorney is to protect this community. And I am completely convinced that there is not one individual case that endangers us so much that it's worth throwing away our entire system of criminal justice. That's our biggest threat. Thank you. We'll see you next time.